Today I'm starting with the chapter motion. The first thing we should know is when do we say that the object is at rest and when do we say that object is in the state of motion. Let us clear it with an example. If I take any reference point, maybe this is a point A, I'm taking it as my reference point. Now I can observe any object with respect to this reference point, maybe this pen or a marker. If I'm observing this marker with respect to the reference point and I observe it for some duration and I see that the position of this marker is not changing with respect to this reference point. It is same right now. After 1 second, if I'm observing, the position is not changing. So I will say that this is in the state of rest. So when do we say that the body is in the state of rest? When its position is not changing with respect to a stationary object taken as reference point. The body is said to be at rest if its position does not change with respect to a reference point. We will say that body is at rest. Now again, if I'm taking this as a reference point and this is my object, if the position of this object is changing, it is changing with respect to the reference point. Right now it is here, after 1 second it is here, after 1 more second it is here. Now the position is changing with respect to this reference point. I will say this object is in motion. So when do we say the body is in motion? If its position changes with respect to stationary object taken as reference point, we say that body is in motion. Fine. Now the next two very important quantities which are of utmost importance in physics are distance and displacement. These are the two physical quantities, very important. The difference also comes, very important. We should first understand what is distance and what is displacement. I'm taking one example to make it clear. Maybe a body starts from a point A, covers a distance of maybe 4 km and reaches point B. Further, covers a distance of maybe 3 kilometers, reaches point C, and further moves to C, covering a distance of 5 kilometers. The body has moved from A to B, then from B to C, and then from C to A. When it was moving from A to B, it has covered a distance of 4 kilometers. From B to C, it has covered a distance of 3 kilometers. And from C to A, it has covered a distance of 5 kilometers. So from starting from point A and covering from B to C and then returning to point A, it has covered a distance of 12 kilometers. This is distance. Actual path covered by the body, actual length of part covered by the body irrespective of its direction. We are not considering its direction, we are just moving. Actual length of path the body has covered when it has moved from A to B, B to C, and from C to A. This 12 kilometer is a distance covered by the body. So what is displacement now? In the same figure, the body has started from A. So this is the starting point. And maybe it has moved from A to B. Now B to C. And then from, let us take it as, it is at C only now. The ending point is C. The starting point is A and now it has stopped at C. The ending point is C. What is displacement is shortest path, shortest length between the initial point or the starting point and the ending point. The shortest length of path that there should be a straight line between the initial point and the ending point is called displacement. So when the body has started from A to C, the distance is, the shortest distance is 5 kilometer, which will give us the displacement. So displacement is 5 kilometer, which is the length from A to C. So how we can define distance and displacement? Distance is actual length of path covered by moving body irrespective of its direction. And displacement is shortest path between the initial and final position of the body along with direction. I must also, when I am taking the displacement, I must also mention the direction, like it's 5 kilometer along with whatever the direction it is facing. Right now it is towards west. So I will write 5 kilometer to west will be the displacement. So